Do you feel like you need more certificates, more experience before you can ask for a pay rise, before you can apply for that dream job that you are thinking about it? Do you feel like any minute they will find out that you are a fraud, that you're not actually as good as they think that you are? And it's just a pure luck that you've got the job that you do at the moment. And if only you could get that next certificate, that next degree, then you could have that possession that you're thinking about. If that sounds like you, then keep listening because I've got some really good information for you. Welcome to my podcast. You can be unstoppable. My name is 𝙤𝙨 and this is episode number 29, titled How to Overcome Imposter Syndrome. So, do you experience any of the following that I mentioned in my opening remark? Do you feel like a fraud? That you don't belong? That if only you could get more certificates, more degrees, then you will be qualified enough? Do you think there are people that are far better suited for this position than you are, regardless the fact that you've achieved so much already? Do you undervalue yourself? Are you afraid to ask for promotion, for pay rise? Do you not see the value that you deliver? But what does that really mean? All of the above fit into the description of imposter syndrome, first used by psychologists Susanna Imes and Pauline Ross Clance in the 1970s. And initially it was used to describe high-achieving women. But it now is expanded to a wider range of people. It is a deep internal feeling, belief that you are not as competent as others see you, perceive you as. This can affect so many areas of your life. Social interaction, your work, your skill level, your degree, your expertise. Imposter syndrome, that feeling that you need more, that you're not good enough as you are right now. But how do you know that you suffer from imposter syndrome? Ask yourself, do you doubt your skills? Do you doubt yourself that you can deliver? Do you over-deliver? Do you put more hours than you should? Perhaps you struggle to realistically assess your competence and skills. Do you lower the importance of your achievements and performance? Are you an overachiever? Do you sabotage your successes? Does the self-doubt stops you from showing up 100%? If any of the above applies to you, then there is a huge potential that you may struggle from imposter syndrome. And my question to you, how does that serve you? To hold on to that self-doubt, to that feeling of not being enough. But how someone who achieved so much, is so well educated, has so many degrees or certificates, has a vast array of expertise, may feel that they're actually not good enough, or they don't fit in, that someone may find out that you actually don't fit in here. And as you get more experienced, more famous, you progress. Let's say with the musicians, as they get more famous, that imposter syndrome kicks in because they feel like they have to outperform themselves the next time around. Same goes for you ladies as you progress and get promotion, as you get higher in the ranks. That feeling, am I good enough to be here? Do I need more experience? Do I need more certificates to be worthy of this position? Where your colleagues probably got half of your experience and your expertise and he's happy to take twice your pay. But how do we get them? Sometimes it's because of our experience in early working years and with the industry that we're in, but quite often there is an underlying reason why we may be prone to certain beliefs like self-doubt, lack of self-worth, or procrastination. Imposter syndrome stems from our childhood experiences. Very often the reason stems from childhood experiences, but it also originates from traumatic experiences that may have happened early in your professional career. Starting from childhood, perhaps as a child, you had this feeling inside that your parents never really saw you for who you are unless you achieve excellent marks in school or they compared you to your sibling. And then you develop that sense that you are only worthy and lovable as a person when you achieve a lot time and time again. And then later in your life, you've got this belief that you need to achieve, but you're never good enough. You always need that next best thing. Or later in your early professional career, or the reason why you may struggle with imposter syndrome, you see, you enter the world of work full of dreams and expectations that you will be treated equally. However, the reality was something completely different. Something happened that completely threw you off. Let's say your colleagues got the promotion over you when he was far less qualified or experienced, and that made a huge emotional impression on you. Either or, all of this made a huge emotional impact on whether you fully realize it or not, and it altered how you see yourself. It altered your self-image. And how you see yourself deep in your core will affect how other people see you. So if you feel like you are not experienced enough, that you need that next certificate, this is what you project out to the world, and this is how others will see you. Sometimes the hardest thing we can do is to take an honest look at ourselves. Do we self-sabotage some of our actions? What is my self-talk? Do I really enjoy it as much as I am telling myself? Shall I pivot a bit and take a different turn in my career to a different direction? Be brave and ask yourself all those hard questions. Get quiet with yourself to access your intuition, your true self, so that you can make the best decision that comes from within and not clouded by your ego. Do some journaling, get more quiet, go for a walk, ponder over those questions. Get mindful how you show up. And if your mind is trying to tell you that you don't have time for all this, you are far too busy with your career, your house, and everything else that is going on in your life, then ask yourself, why is that? What are you trying to avoid looking at? Where else in your life are you hiding? Where else are you hiding, not allowing yourself to ask hard questions? We do take care of the things, we do take care of people that we love, that we respect. So why would you deny that to yourself? You really do not need more certificates and qualification and work all the hours under the sun to create the level of expansion in your life, to create that career that you really want. My suggestion to you is be honest with yourself and look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and tell yourself that you love yourself. If you can't do it, then you've got some work to do. Tell yourself that you are worthy, that you are enough. If you're struggling with that, if you're struggling to tell all those things yourself in the eye, then we need to talk. With a bit of work, you can overcome imposter syndrome and create the expansion to create that life, the dream career that you really want, to get that promotion, to get the pay rise. So my top tips to overcome imposter syndrome are: believe in yourself. You really do not need more certificates. You have all the knowledge and expertise that you need. Trust in yourself. Deal with the subconscious blocks and any limiting beliefs, damaging beliefs that stand in your way. Get clear what are your values, because that is much easier to make decisions about your career. Nothing is perfect. Do the best you can. Done is better than perfect. So just a quick few tips how you can deal with imposter syndrome right now. So I hope that helped you to understand that no matter where you are, you can turn your life around. And whether that is imposter syndrome, self-doubt, lack of confidence, or any other limiting belief that you may have that stops you from creating what you deeply desire, you can change around. Thank you very much for listening, and if you think that this podcast is of value, then please share it with friends and family. If you are ready to do less better while getting that promotion or pay rise without working extra hours, you are ready to change your stories, then book a consultation with me by visiting my website www.bravingthebeing.com or by emailing Evelina with a V at bravingthebeing.com.